All right, I am live. Okay, we already have someone. Thanks for your patience, guys. So it looks like Kimberly is ready and ready for this valuable information. Yes, this is. So today I'm using my laptop. Hopefully it doesn't get all laggy on us. And I guess my lighting is okay. My ring light, forget it. It's not functioning. Whatever. That'll be a different story later, but so glad I do have my laptop light, so the lighting is not too bad. So of course, very important topic, and everything is from my heart and stuff like that. My clients are experiencing success. A lot of my clients are experiencing success, but success as a reunion happens is not quite what it looks like at first, but they're handling it well. And this is the reason why I'm doing this video. The idea came to mind, and then one of my clients reached out. She wasn't triggered by what her twin said. The energy felt different. Everything felt different. The universe had guided them. I'm not going to share too much. I really don't like to share a whole lot about the things that my clients experience. I can certainly post all kinds of testimonials and things like that, but I really like to protect the energy of the connection. And I'm just super happy, really excited. Well, I maintain my super happiness. This is as much as you're going to get, because just like when you're experiencing reunion, anybody, I have to clear my mind of any expectations, any kind of control, and any kind of excitement. Just because it really does affect the energy, like other people's energy and that kind of stuff really does affect your energy and that of your twin flame. Okay. And the lighting is great. Thank you. Definitely curious about this topic. All right. So your twin flame is going to come back. Okay. People ask me, Sheen, how do you know? And stuff like that. How do I not know? Because the way this connection works. Like, let me ask you something. A lot of you may comment, yes. Did this person come back previously? Was there a time they came back and left, came back again and left? That's going to happen again. Okay. There's a reason why it happens. And it usually is because you're in alignment of some sort. Okay. Your energy is in alignment and you didn't realize that. And this person, energetically, that alignment, they come into your physical presence, and so much happens when they do. I'm going to explain this to you because I really want you to be prepared when things happen, because it's not going to look like what you think it will. It won't feel like what you think it will. Okay. He's here, but I'm the runner. I wonder if the divine feminine can be the runner. Absolutely. I believe there's two runners. The runner chaser, no, there's two runners. I know the description down below, I said runner chaser because it's a common phrase, but it really is two runners. If it can switch back and forth, I don't believe it switches back and forth. I believe it's just consistent. Two runners. And one stops running and the other one mirrors that. Okay. And all right. So you got to get rid of the idea of a relationship. You really have to get rid of that idea. Anything that you think about, believe, you want to be able to do things with your twin flame, you want to move things quickly, get so excited when this person comes in and have the thrill of a lifetime, get rid of that idea. Okay? Because I have witnessed time after time. I'm telling you, okay? I love you guys, and I want you guys to really experience this connection. I've witnessed time after time when the twin flame comes back, people have ideas and goals. They need it right now. The connection needs to fulfill something in their life right now. They're feeling lonely. Their friends have someone, and people are saying, well, where is your partner? And anything else. They want someone to take care of things together with them. They just want the date all around and everything that comes with it. And so with that in mind, it creates, I got to find a different word, but in the twin flame world, we'll call it a push energy. It creates a push energy. And the reason it does is because the idea of relationships comes with controlling it somehow. I need to make this happen. I need it right now. And some sort of expectation. They need to do this, that. It has to look like this. Okay. All right. And when your twin flame comes in, they're not flying in. And like, if your twin flame returns and this person is sweeping you off your feet and saying, let's go have a great time, it's not reunion. It's just not reunion. You're okay. That so-called running twin flame, it's not running. I'll explain. Your twin flame is not running. Okay. It's energy. It's all about energy. So the twin flame returns and it's gonna look slow. Why does it look slow? I'm just telling you what I see and what happens in this connection when actual reunion is happening. There is slow movement. And the moment you try to rush things, your energy becomes off balance. It feels like too much, and this person's gonna run. Okay. Because the energy and the connection alone is already something big. And now the feeling of excitement, the feeling, even panicking, are they really going to stick around? And all this kind of stuff just adds to that. And it feels like a lot. And all right, so your twin flame is going to come in slow. And some of you are going to be like, this is too slow for me. Like, I just can't. This is too slow. Get out of that idea. Okay. I want you to really express gratitude for the things that happen in your life, for what the universe is unfolding for you, is guiding you, for you to actually be like, thank you, universe. We got to get out of this isn't enough. It's not working. It doesn't look like how I want to. So therefore, nothing's happening. When so much is happening, so much. Okay. And when you let go of trying to make it happens for you. It shows up. All right. So I have to throw in, I'm having my masterclass tomorrow on the ego. The ego is the main reason why you need it to be a certain way, and it needs to be done a certain time. If it doesn't look like that, then it's not happening. Either it's not happening or you're going to start sabotaging it. Been there. Okay. And when I successfully mastered the ego, because it can happen, lots of you are like, how can you break free from that, from the ego mind? I want to say piece of cake. I want to say it's a piece of cake. It is when you understand how to do it. What I do, I teach techniques that are practical, that are easy to do. It involves the subconscious mind. You work with your subconscious mind. The change is fast. Okay, snapping at the camera. The change is fast. And it was so relieving. Oh, I got a cat here with me. That's Uni back there. All right. And because when you're not energetically balanced just yet, you're still triggered by some things in this connection. You have some unhealed patterns within yourself. Reunion is going to push all of that to the surface. Okay. When your twin flame comes in, if there's still a lot of this unhealed stuff, it comes to surface. And then there's fear and worry and panic and all this kind of stuff, right? This connection does that. I want you to begin to really understand this connection does that. Okay. And I share that with you because when I was going through it, I couldn't recognize it. I ran from it. Like, this is too, like, any unhealed pain is going to surface. The way your connection had ended, if there was no healing done around that, it surfaces, because that's what this connection is doing, to bring you into more alignment with the highest version of yourself. Okay, so your twin flame is a mirror of you, showing you the different things within yourself. But what happens when you're entering a reunion and the fears and the panics or the overly excitement comes in, it's hard. It can be hard to maintain that, where you're like, I, you know, you feel super fearful if you do. And it doesn't, when this happens, when the ego kicks in, guys, it doesn't feel like it's the ego. Maybe it will when you get to understand what it really looks like. And then you'll be like, okay, I'm in this space. I'm going to be in this space. Because when the ego kicks in, there's no healing. That's not a healing moment. Trust me, you're not going to want to heal. You're not going to think about healing. You're not going to connect with your inner child. Your mind's going to be racing with 100 thoughts about what your twin can or will or won't do and all this kind of stuff, if you're good enough, all of these. And it's uncontrollable. Okay. If this happens to you, do not point the fingers. Well, you're going to do what you're going to do. That's what the ego does. Okay. But when you're able to be in a better space within yourself, begin to really look at that. It took me a long time to realize that that's what I was supposed to be doing. I didn't know. And so it was fear, the fear of rejection. If I reach out, if I say something, I'm going to be rejected. It was super intense. That fear of rejection, or even fear of abandonment, it's kind of like the same. If I just don't interact, I won't get abandoned. You know, that could be what the so-called runner is thinking. I don't interact, I don't get abandoned, or something like that. And you're in your mind, you're like, how do I wrap? Like, of course you will get abandoned. Of course, right? You know, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't go that way. It doesn't go like that with someone who has been abandoned in so many ways, so many times in their life. And especially when the connection did not sustain. And we want to point the finger at the runner without looking within and saying, how did I push this away? Okay. Because when your twin flame comes in, every thought you have, not just the wounds inside of yourself, when you're saying, if you say things like, it's okay, I'm not with them, you know, they might choose someone else, I have to be okay with that. And you're not in your truth. Every word you're saying, I don't know if they're really going to choose me. They show it. They show it to you. And it's not twin flame related. It's always been like that. So your previous connections, you had a hard time connecting because you didn't allow connection to happen. Okay. You can't have these negative thoughts. And if you do, get to the root of them. Okay. I don't teach you to just not think about them. That doesn't work. Okay. I don't know if anyone has ever had success with just talking to themselves and saying, I shouldn't feel that way. It shouldn't be like that. Let me stop. Don't think that way. Okay. You're like telling yourself, don't think that way. Don't be like that. Nope. It's not. No, it doesn't work. Get to the root. There is a reason why these ideas are coming up. You know, when your twin flame is around these ideas, if they're unhealed, because what I see with the people who are healed, and they're in this space of just being, no thoughts of if it happens, if it doesn't happen, just simply being, and that's it. And they're able to sustain that, reunion has a better chance. Okay. When you get to that space, when you're healing the root of whatever is happening, guess what? It's healed. It doesn't show up again. Or if it does, it's not as heavy as before. And do the same thing again and heal it from the root, and it stops showing. Like I'm telling you guys, when it comes to, I call it ego, you know, all those negative words and stuff is the ego saying, oh my God, I can't, you know. It's a beautiful thing when you're able to heal that and actually be in a space of calm and peace. And I'm not saying that you're talking yourself out of it. It doesn't work. Okay. You got to get to the heel of that. All right. And so this is what's going to happen. So I mentioned that your twin flame is your mirror and is going to show you things. So I share this with you guys. I really hope if you have to watch this video again, please do, that you stop pointing fingers at them and being overly concerned about everything they're thinking and doing. I see a lot of people do that, and it's a tough place to come out of. And I hope you're ready to hear it, because usually when someone is not ready to hear it because they're so hardcore into the physical and not the spiritual aspect of this connection, everything is in the physical and they won't take their mind off of that. It causes destruction that hurts both people. Okay? Because when your twin flame comes in, before they even come in, they want to experience reunion. I know you're like, Sheen, I don't think so. They said no. They blocked me. They told me to go away. This is out of fear. Okay? This is out of fear. When you meet someone that you feel like is the one for you, that doesn't change. The dreams don't stop. The synchronicities, the universe communicating with you, all of that does not change with either one of you. And so when this person steps in and they want to give it a try, but because of whatever fears you're having and you're looking at the 3D and that's it, just the 3D, they call it linear. Everything is just straight ahead. Let's just put it that way. Okay? You got to get out of what they're thinking, doing, feeling, and saying, and begin to look within yourself. Okay? So your twin flame may come in and they'll say some nonsense, total nonsense, against what your intuition is saying. Their higher self is telling you all kinds of beautiful, wonderful things, right? Their physical self is saying some sort of nonsense. I don't know what it is, whatever it looks like, right? This is the moment you stay in that higher perspective, okay, in a higher place, and say, okay, this person is operating out of fear, possibly, okay? It's a fear that's inside of me. Where in me is it? It's a mirror. And before we make it twin flame, it's not twin flame. It's been the people you've been connected with have been showing you yourself. Okay. And so where in you is it? Because twin flame could come back. I've seen this happen where the person will come back and say, well, let's be friends. I don't want a relationship. And the moment the person, the receiver of this message says, oh my God, they don't want they're fearful of relationship. They don't want it. And how dare they? What can I do to make it better? Maybe I can convince them, or I'm done with them. And these are the things that I see. All right. And I'm like, go within. Because it is likely somewhere inside of you, you are feeling afraid. Okay. Are they going to do this again? Are they going to be a good partner to me? Are they going to, there's a root with all of this fear, because it wasn't just with this person that you had fear and you were pushing love away, and you wanted love, but inside something was pushing it away. It's going to hurt. They're going to hurt me. They're going to leave again. They're going to do it. This is all push, push, push. And so when you're having these thoughts inside of yourself and your energy, you're in a low vibration state of mind, guess who shows it to you? Your twin flame, obviously. But it's not going to look that way when you're looking in the physical. It's going to feel painful. Oh my goodness, they said that. Why did they say that? I can't stand this person anymore. This, like all these stories, okay? You've got to see your connection from a higher perspective. When you train your ego to be okay, you It's not that you're training your ego. You're doing it's ego work, nervous system, recognizing what being in the ego space look like, and you're fully trusting your intuition, like fully. When you hear that kind of stuff, you're like, okay. You don't feel triggered by it. Like, okay, all right. I guess that's how you're feeling right now. And you keep going with your intuition. Okay. It's going to sound silly to you. You're like, or it may not. Because when you really have done enough healing, you're not triggered by it. You're just not. And then you start to look at to go with it and say, how am I creating this reality? Okay, because this is a reality that I am somewhere in me is creating this right now, and you work on healing it. You know, it when you know somebody's gonna blast me for this, but I have to say it like it is. I just have to say it like it is. There's a likelihood you're looking at your twin flame and saying, okay, they're thinking, they're doing, they're feeling. I like to look at it like they are how do I word it and still make them human at the same time? That's the thing in my mind. Let me try to give a little bit of a human aspect and not make it seem like they're a robot. But in a way, when you get to slow down and really look at this connection, you're going to realize that it's you. This person is you. And your thoughts, your energy, they're showing you all of that. So it's almost like they don't have control of what they're doing. And so this is where people will they ask their twin flame, which to me, I've come to see that there's no point in asking, but if you really have to ask, ask, why are you doing this? Why are you treating me like this? Where are we going? What's happening with us? You will likely not get an answer. Okay? You'll likely not really get an answer. I haven't come across one person who gets an answer. Like I usually ask, all right, since you asked that question, did your twin say something? You might be like, well, do you want to be with me or what? I haven't got one. If you're out there and your twin sat down and was like, okay, this is XYZ ABC, let's do this. This is what I'm planning for us and all this kind of stuff. This is what I'm doing. After you ask the question, let me know, because I haven't come across one person who does. So then you're like, okay, well, how can I experience a connection? How do I actually have a relationship if I can't think relationship? I can't ask this person for anything, okay? This is the work with the universe. Don't forget about the universe, God, okay? God knows what you want. God knows what both of you want. What you truly want to experience in this connection and is working on it for you. You probably hear my son in the background. God is working on it for you. The moment I see people let go of trying to make things happen, really let go of trying to make things happen, it shows up. It does. And the same person who says, I don't know about this, I don't know about us, is magic. Like, what? Didn't you just say that to me like last week? And let it go. Let it go. Okay. And if your twin, well, when reunion happens, it's likely you're not gonna hear things like, I don't want this connection anymore, or something like that. You might hear, I'm not sure if I'm really good enough, I'm not, and all this kind of stuff. And then suddenly you're getting things that you want. And you're just like, really? Let it unfold. Stop asking for it. Stop begging for it. And trust instead. Okay? Have trust instead. All right. I'm going to get to some of these comments here. Alrighty. The incessant triggering has me running and my twin is in my life. Whew. Yes, that is, it's hard. This is real stuff. The triggers are real. They're heavy, they're intense. They do require healing. Okay. Um, all right. Ah, thank you, Liz. All right. He's here, but I'm the runner. I wonder if okay, I did read that one. Yes, absolutely. The divine feminine can be. I've accepted that this is no ordinary relationship in the least. I don't know what this is, Lowell. Yes. No ordinary relationship. See, the thing is, I like to look at it like this is kind of similar to relationships you have, but on a higher degree, a higher level of some sort, because you are spiritually guided and protected and so forth. These concepts are not new. They're not twin flame related. They're just not. But when you're in a soulmate connection, you can get away with a lot of this stuff. The two of you might feel like something's off, but keep going anyways. In a twin flame connection, when it's off, it's off. There's no escaping it, denying it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to pretend I'm happy, because that's what a lot of soulmate connections do, right? I'm going to pretend I'm happy in here so I can maintain, and there is no happiness. But yet couples stay together years on end, knowing that that's not the one for them. They don't want the person and that kind of stuff. You can't do that in this connection. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Someone had mentioned to me, why does it seem like you have to, it's like you numb down your feeling when it comes to your twin flame or something. You can't be overly excited about your twin flame. Like, why? So then I take the twin flame concept out of it because it makes us think there's something different happening here. Many of you have seen these infomercials. Maybe you purchase products or whatever with certain speakers that will say, why is it that the man, in this case, we'll say the man, or woman too, if you're a man who has chased love, why is it that the one that you want doesn't seem to want you, but yet the one that doesn't want you is chasing you? And it is because there's too much energy on that person you're interested in. Too much, that it creates this push. This isn't twin flame concept. Okay. It's just always been like that. You've got to love yourself more. Always. Always. You know, put yourself, if you have to put it on a pedestal, put yourself on a pedestal. This is how you attract love into your life. You're loving, like deep love, someone who is chasing you, I guess, into you, pursuing you, is you loving you. This is not new. Okay. You loving yourself. And when you have a hard time doing that, and you're really focused on the person outside of you, this requires healing, because this is related with codependency. Being outside of your body, people pleasing, all of this kind of stuff comes out when your attention is so much on someone else. And it's a real thing. Like, I don't want you to think there's something wrong with you. Why can't I seem to take this person off my mind? I want to have a normal life, all this kind of stuff. It's a, I guess it's a psychological condition that requires healing to an extent. You know, I help with that. And I don't turn down therapy if you feel like you need therapy to come back within yourself and that kind of stuff. I'm not a therapist, but I will help you. What I do is I help you go within, get to the root of that, and begin to really heal it from there. Okay, this is all you. You're going to do that. It's not me saying, okay, here's some instructions. This is what I think you should be doing. No, you go in and you find your answer in yourself, what to do to let go of that super attachment, attaching to someone. All right. There is no connection. I don't care, twin flame, soulmate, where you're obsessed about someone, it leads to success. Never. All right. And so it isn't an ordinary relationship, but to some degree there are some similarities with the twin flame and soulmate connection. Girl, I need your link for a session, lol. Your website link isn't working. Oh no, I gotta take a look at that. All right, well, thanks for letting me know. That's why I gave up coming and going for 7 years. I don't care anymore. Okay, all right. I totally understand. Oh, don't trust him. All right, don't trust him. Oh boy, we could go on for a while, but I'm glad you mentioned that because that's all part of community reunion as well. When your twin flame comes in, you're like, I don't know how to trust this person. Okay, completely valid. Your feelings are everything. You know, I honor every feeling you have and certainly honor every feeling you have. The way I look at this is that trust is something that comes from inside of you. Okay. When you try to trust outside of you, you're like, oh, I trust this person, but you don't yet trust yourself. It really doesn't work that way because they mirror that to you. So you begin to heal the trust within yourself, where if, you know, it may not make sense right now, but it all comes within. Because what I'm hearing is like people pleasing. When our gut feeling says, I don't like this doesn't feel right to me, it's like we don't trust that feeling. We say we're going to do something, but we don't. Our inner being begins to not really trust. It's like it's doing things to cultivate trust within yourself daily. And what you're doing when it comes to connection is you're trusting yourself and how you're showing up in connection. You're trusting yourself to be able to speak up when something's not right, if something feels off. Your gut feeling is saying something's happening. But this is the other side of it too, is because when something feels like it's happening, this is all within reunion too. Something feels like it's happening, old patterns seem to be coming up still. You're like, I don't know how to trust because it looks like they're doing the same thing they've done before. There's a root for it. If you can get out of saying they, them, and be like, okay, I'm being shown something that's not healed. Some learned pattern, perhaps in your childhood years, that you had learned about connection. We got taught some messed up things about relationships. We got shown messed up things about relationships, and it shows up in connection. I'm saying this, and if I can say this 900 million times to you, because I see people still hanging on to what on earth are they doing? Why are they doing that? And that kind of stuff. It's a reflection of something inside of you. It really is. Okay. I've had people, not you guys, not the clients, people in my own life, really, where I'm just like, please go within and heal it. And again, please go within and heal it. Okay. Heal it so it can stop showing up. That's what it is. It is internal. Okay. And I truly care for you guys. And I really want you guys to have a really great treatment from this person. Understand, your mind creates your reality. It creates it. You can create whatever you want to experience. And when you keep healing, go deeper with it. Discover the root, heal it. It shows up again. Okay, let me heal it again. It shifts. It creates a shift in your subconscious mind because that's what's running your reality. There's a fear still lingering there. When that shift happens and you no longer believe whatever it is subconsciously, it stops showing up. It just stops, just like that. It's no longer your reality because you shifted it. That's not what your subconscious mind knows anymore. It doesn't know those patterns that were taught to you when you were younger that kept showing up in almost every relationship you had. It no longer knows it because you shifted it. You can have everything that you want when you begin to believe that the universe has your back. Okay, so when your twin flame is beginning to show up, let it progress at its rate. Don't rush anything. If you can clear your mind, and I'll share this with you guys. Clear your energy regularly. You know, you wake up in the morning. I don't care if it's twin flame related, any other aspect in your life, things you're trying to achieve for yourself. You wake up every morning and have a prayer for yourself. Please clear my energy of anything that's not in alignment of my highest being, my highest self. God, help me to see things through your eyes. Help me to live through your eyes and be of your plan, or whatever it is that you have to say. Look at that. I got a prayer right there. I was on a call with someone. She had the most, I love her prayer. And I was like, girl, why did you tell me that you're going to have this prayer? I would have had a pen and paper. She was like, no, make up your own. And I'm just like, so some of these amazing prayers out there, I just really love them. But of course, you can let it channel. If you want to rewind and take that one, please take it, because I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Okay. Because you have that prayer in the morning. It sets your intention. It sets the intention, the mood of your day. Okay. You can say, protect me from the negative energies and the worries and doubt. Clear those from me. Take them out of me, so that you can live fully in, I want to say, in the eyes of God, I guess. Live fully through God's eyes, through God's blessings. Because that's one of the things I came to understand about this journey, is there's so much blessing in it. But the fear makes it not seem so. As I released, surrendered, kept going, when I stopped fighting, fighting the universe. I stopped fighting the universe. My life is amazing. And are there moments where I might be like, okay, this is just not it today? Of course, there's moments like that. But for the most part, oh my God, beautifulness. You can have that on this journey. And I really encourage, if you have a lot of fear in you, you're not sure how to open up and speak your truth and live fully, being fully visible, fully seen by yourself, especially yourself and those around you. Reach out for help, because there's so much blessings that come when you can be in that space of, when you can be in union with yourself first. Okay. All right. And let's see. So you're saying, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Yes. Let go and let God. I love it. I literally can't see how people marry their twin flame, because it's so untraditional at its essence. Ooh, let's talk about that. I like that. All right. I'll get back to that. Okay. So just work on your own life. You got it. And I know this, but it's so hard. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. It requires healing and being consistent. At least I can take a nap in a soulmate relationship. This one, not in the least. Consciousness isn't sparing a crumb of unconsciousness. Your twin flame shows you everything. Everything. Okay. Yes, I know. You might be like, okay, why do I want this connection? Why do I want this connection? It is a connection with yourself. Okay. It's a connection with yourself. Your twin flame mirrors the things in you. Like, if your energy is balanced, this person is here, energy is balanced, everything's great. When you get into ego, you're worried and all this you're panicking, they show that to you. So you're learning more and more to eliminate all these beliefs that have never really worked with you. Oh boy, he's coughing in his sleep. Okay. And that never really worked with you, that never resonated. And you're moving into God's love for you. Okay. When you have worry, self-doubt, fear and all this kind of stuff, it's really hard to experience what God has in store for you, because we just get in our way with that. And so your twin flame is a mirror of those things in you that are not in alignment. Okay. And this is the person that God is guiding to give you the best life. Okay. I know I didn't believe it. They were telling me that. They were just like, 𝐿, you're going to have everything. I was like, you guys are lying. I don't believe you guys. You're lying to me for a really long time. The ego is just way too strong. All right. I'm telling you, the universe fought me in every kind of way. So I'm over here helping you guys understand it, because you don't need to fight. But I get it. The ego says, okay, fight this. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. And that kind of stuff. Don't talk yourself out of it. Work on healing that. Okay. It does get better. Keep going deeper. Okay. Do you believe twin flames are protected from spiritual attacks as well as 3D attacks? You got to protect yourself. I do believe you're protected to an extent, but you still have to do things to maintain that protection. Clear your energy regularly, keep your vibration high, and everything like that. Okay. And again, this isn't twin flame related. It's just always been there. It's in different religion and everything. These entities, demonic devices, you name it, dark forces. There is some level of duality here where there's light, there's dark. So protect yourself. When you're clearing your energy, you're clearing of anyone who may not have your best intention too. Let's say you've spoken about your twin flame and people are like, why are you talking about that person again? Energy, clear it. And stop talking to people who don't have your best interests. Believe me, you know who they are. Don't talk to them anymore. So good evening, 𝐿. Good evening. I did have my Facebook open so I can see the comment here. It to see who's commenting. It doesn't always show. And it didn't show. Oh boy. There was one time it was showing. But thanks for... Okay, I see that you're here. Antoniqua. All right, I had to refresh my page. Thank you. Hello, so glad you're here. All right, coming back into here. All right. Oh, did I just black out for a second? Oops. I gotta keep a different device there. Okay. All right, and I don't trust him only because I know he's going to leave again. Ooh. I did say there was another one I was going to talk about. Another one I'm going to talk about. Okay. As a former runner in this connection, and I know your experience is different. I want to share from my side. Okay. I want to share it a bit. All right. So, a runner runs. You're right. A runner runs from themselves, from connection. All they've really known what to do is run. Myself, I was a runner, and it wasn't. I'm just explaining my side, okay? And there are two runners. That's all, two runners. But I was a runner from myself. Wouldn't listen to my feelings. Wouldn't listen to my thoughts, buried what I was feeling away. No one cares. When I speak up, no one hears me. So why does it matter? And it creates a disconnect. Now, this disconnect, I was avoiding the person inside of me. I had gut feeling and everything. And it was like, no. Lived in a jail mind because of that. Okay. And when you're dealing with karmic soulmates, they will worsen it, because the intention of them is what it is, helping you clear karma, helping you see that in you, how much you hide yourself, because this person is going to treat you in that kind of way where you're hiding yourself. Okay. And so there was that. Ran from relationships. Okay, so I was married for 10 years, but was still running. And it's where there is one foot in, one foot out. If you do this, many of you are doing this now, and this is why I teach you how to connect, because I see it, I recognize it. If my partner does this, I'm out. If they don't give me the respect I need, I'm out. If there's this constant plan to leave, okay, this is running. And if you've had that with your twin flame, if they're gonna do this again, I'm not gonna take it again. You are running from connection. They have to show that to you because you're running from it. Okay. And so, other ways of running, people pleasing, you're doing for everybody, you're ignoring yourself, you're running. Okay. Constant running, being inconsistent, not really showing up for connection. And a lot of people, a lot of people take that as, oh my God, they don't answer my calls, they don't answer my texts, they're so inconsistent. Well, guess what? They're inconsistent with probably everybody because they haven't fully yet learned how to be in connection with someone. These are all the different things I described to you that the universe showed me that I had to learn. I had to figure it out. How to stop running from myself, how to be in my body, how to stop running from my intuition, how to be fully in connection, not one foot in, one foot out. You're in. You're in. Okay? Either you're in or you're out. If you're in, you're in. You be in and you work out your differences. There isn't this, if you don't, I'm out. No. There is communication. Hey, I love and value our connection so much that I really would like to experience this with you. It's important to me. Can you please listen? Okay. But you have to listen to yourself. If you don't listen to yourself, they're not going to listen. I'm telling you, this is all internal, all internal, lots of internal work here. This is how you stay in connection. You're looking for a resolution to continue your connection with each other, and you're not saying these things like giving ultimatums. That's not a connection. It's running. And they're going to show you that. Any thoughts of what if they choose someone, maybe I'll go somewhere else, maybe someone else is better, are all running. Okay. And so I had to learn how to stop all of that pattern. And one of the things that made it easier for me is to not look at relationship, but instead a higher perspective. Include God. Okay. Stay with your intuition. Your intuition says this is the connection for you. Okay, this is the connection for me. Because if you look in the physical, they said this, they did this, they're doing this. I'm telling you, it's a hot mess. But you go into a higher perspective, get out of relationship. I want it to be a relationship because that's all physical, that's ego. And move into, I like to stay in connection. I'm staying in connection with the person I feel connected with the person that God has for me, because I know there are greater plans in this connection. Things like those. Okay. Recognizing there's a bigger picture here that goes beyond you and this person. Okay. And relationships just lead to selfishness. You don't need to be in that mindset. You're going to be totally selfish. This person might be like, I'm not ready for this. And you're like, well, I want it right now. Total selfishness because it has to look a certain way. Move out of that and know that if God created the vision in you, like every vision God created in you is possible because God placed that in you. Okay. And just really, like one time I heard from my twin's higher self, I don't trust you. This was while I was learning all this stuff. Okay. I don't trust you. And I was just like, you're right. You're right. How do I trust me? How do I trust that I'm going to stay in connection and not run from it? Okay, so lots of work, and really slowing down, cutting out the outside noises, and being grounded. These are all the changes. I share it with you because when you're saying, I can't give this a chance because I don't know how to trust this person, I don't know if they've changed, it overlooks any changes that they've made and any ideas and possibilities of them wanting to create something together with you. And it is through this, I don't trust you, that makes the connection feel difficult. And you have every right not to trust. I'm not saying that. This person does have to show up consistently and earn that trust. But the way I look at it, when you're in reunion, is you're letting go of talking about it all the time. Like, show me the trust, show me the trust. I don't trust you. Well, you need to show me and prove to me. This does not build connection. You're putting it in the hands of God and knowing that God's working on this person. Okay, and trusting God, universe, whatever you resonate with, is working on this person. You're not alone, and you're having an open, what's that word? You're holding space for their healing, their growth. Because as the twin flame comes in, there's fear. There may be fear in you, fear in them. Fear is going to make them say some gibberish, but you're aligning, growing. And take a step back and say, okay, they're growing. Seeing them from a higher perspective, they're growing. They're growing, they're evolving. God got this. Okay, something like that, something in that kind of way. But it was one of the things that I went through, like, please give me a chance. You know, I've done some work, and this could be your person where they're just like, please give me that chance. Please. And then when it's and I do recommend healing. I'm not invalidating your feelings whatsoever. There does need to be some amount of healing when trust has been broken. There really does, on both ends, because there's always two sides to the story. I know everything feels like it was them. There's always two sides to the story. Okay, and you work on your part. You're not working on his part. That's for him to do. You're working on your part, and he does mirror it because of the work that you're doing on yourself. Okay. Here we go. I like that you said, I'm out. That's me. Oh, okay. Here we go. What to do if your twin lies to you because they think they'll hurt you? I have a problem with liars. It's internal. It's internal. All right. There's two things that happen if you encounter someone who lies. Okay. I know. It's like blame. I'm not blaming you. And I don't want you to look at it like you're blaming yourself. There is a learned pattern within yourself. This is one. There is some sort of pattern that was learned, that was shown to you, and is being played out by this person. Okay, whether it was a parent who constantly told lies, either to you or the partner, or a culture that accepted these beliefs like whoever can lie, or when you were younger, telling the truth got you in trouble, so you lie. Lying to yourself, maybe about your feelings, saying you're okay when you're not really okay. All of these things get mirrored by this person. If there is a belief, sometimes the culture will say something like all men are liars and cheaters. Okay. That is a societal belief that gets embedded subconsciously. And if this is something that's still within yourself, he shows that. Okay. When you heal that in your subconscious mind and you come to understand something different about men, or the masculine, divine masculine, whatever word you want to use, he shows up differently. It's all internal. Okay. It really is all internal. Now you can have a conversation if you want to and say, I value honesty and connection. Okay. And feel it deep within yourself that you truly do value this, and you value it in yourself. You value honesty in yourself. Because remember, if you want a partner who's honest with you, you've got to be honest with yourself first, because this cannot get mirrored back to you. Okay. It's all internal work. It really is. And when you shift that, and there you shift where you have been dishonest within yourself, and you have accepted dishonesty, you shift and you heal that, it no longer resonates with you. And so the moment, if it happens that someone is starting to say something that doesn't feel right, your gut feeling says, you nip it right there. Hey, I can see you. And then they're like, I can't hide from you. No, you can't hide from me. Like, I can see you, or something like that, but you really have to heal inside. All right. So I'm out. That's me. And thank you for the hearts, Maville. People pleasing me. Girl, how do you know me? And it happens to so many of us. It happens to the best of us, It happens with anybody. I slowly got it now. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh my goodness, my battery's about to die. What would you recommend to say when reaching out to them? I'm ready to share my truth since I'm not scared of the rejection, since this feeling is not my responsibility. I love it. See, you're doing great already. All right. I got to check that my laptop is plugged in. So hold on, guys. Okay, it's plugged. You got it. You got it. Other people's responses, your twin flame's response is not your responsibility. Have no expectation, no control. You're just expressing what you're feeling with the things that are happening in this connection. Oh, excuse me. One of the things that I have found that helps a lot of people open up is when they're intuitively guided to do it. And so they will mention that something told me that I had to say this to you. These are the things that have been happening in this connection. I just had to let you know that. Okay? That's it. Just the things you have been experiencing. All right? And this is something I tell you guys, I learned the hard way, because the universe was just like, someone has to speak up. I was like, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. It got to the point, they put so much pressure on me. And I was just like, okay. Because when you don't speak up, it's like there's this elephant in the room. Two people are feeling something. No one is talking about it. And it feels weird and awkward. It's like breaking the ice so that now it's a conversation. Now, like you said, his feelings are not your responsibility. So if he's like, okay, I heard you. Nope, I don't feel the same way. You spoke your truth. That's all you did. The truth sets you free. You spoke your truth. Okay. I recommend being in touch with your inner guidance of how to proceed. Don't use your mind. Use your inner being for how to proceed with this. Okay. Absolutely. All right. And I feel it's even harder for me because I'm a male in the feminine energy. Suppose I am not to approach like all men do traditionally. I had to think about that. Okay. There is a difference between chase and courting. It's energy. Okay. And so what I'm sensing is when your twin flame doesn't yet fully understand this connection. You know what? I just feel like saying, go with your inner guidance. But you know what? The chasing energy is what really pushes the person away more than anything else. I gotta have it. When am I gonna have it? What are they doing? Stalking social media page, doing all this kind of stuff. Push. And that's with anyone. That is with anyone. When you can come within yourself and feel balanced and whole, it feels different. And you're going with your intuitive guidance on what to do. Not your mind that says, I need to do something to make this person want me, see me, and all this kind of stuff. No. I'm feeling guided to do this. Okay. All right. I hope that that helps. I feel like we need a lot more on the male and the feminine energy. We need to see a lot more of that. Okay. We definitely do. And how is that the divine masculine is treated like he's not a human being, that we've manifested them and that they don't have free will? Okay. I like that question. Okay. It's just you. That's it. The simplest way I can put it. It's you. One soul in two bodies. There's no two. It's not dual. And it really takes one person doing and the other one mirroring. But if you're the one who is aware, you notice it. It's just one. Okay? That's all I can say. So it feels like this, and I like to believe it's not twin flame. It's not just twin flame. It's with anyone. Oh yes, and this is coming to me because of how the energies are. Okay, this is a journey of the divine feminines, and the divine masculine is the roles, is what I'm hearing. The divine feminine is rising, healing, nurturing, and this is divine feminine in all of us, really. And the masculine reflects and assists with that healing and things like those. So it's not to say that they're total robots or something, but they are a reflection. It's one unit working together for that healing and ascension. And you each are showing each other, I would say it's a journey of the divine feminine, really. So the masculine is showing the feminine something, and you're both rising together. It's like I hope you got it. Okay. And yeah, so they're human being. You're both humans, but it's just one. And either you'll notice you have a twin flame moment. Hey, we just had the same thought. We just had, or they notice it or whatever, but it's really just one. And there's usually one person who's more aware and can do more with the connection and the energy because of their awareness of it. And it's likely not some couples, there would be the other one who's aware and is working together, but that divine masculine might not be into this at all, might not believe in it. Don't go convincing this person. You are the aware one. You can heal your connection. Okay. And they just simply mirror that. It's one soul. Get out of the two. All right. So how do twins get married if they're non-traditional in essence? Guidance. Me, I like to look at it like this isn't twin flame. This is not twin flame. And matter of fact, everyone before then was trying to teach you lessons about yourself, not just your twin flame, but you probably weren't aware. You didn't know you had to do something with it until your twin flame shows up in your life. This is with marriage. This is through intuition. Okay. I like to look at marriage as a part of mission, because usually this is what I hear from the divine masculines. They see it. They see the mission, the purpose, goals, what God wants them to do. When they're not healed yet, it's devastating not to be able to give that. It's like, I can't. I'm so broken inside that I can't align with this. And this is where healing is necessary. And when your twin flame comes in, they're talking all this stuff. You're looking from a higher perspective and allowing things to unfold. because this person may flip-flop while they're learning to trust their intuition and go with the flow and follow it and that kind of stuff. Okay, so it is divine led, divine guidance. And we gotta let go of we need to do something to make it happen. All right, and manifesting, this is coming to me, you're being in the state of it already happening for you. Super, super important. Again, not twin flame related, but super important with your twin flame. Because if you're constantly asking, when is marriage going to happen? Guess who's constantly asking, when is marriage going to happen? Or is saying it's not going to happen because in your mind, you're saying it's not happening. It's not happening. So who shows you it's not happening? And you spend a long time wondering, like, when? Not when. Be in it. How does it look like to you? What does it feel like? What are you doing? What life are you living? What kind of social life are you having? The care that you're doing for yourself. You be in the energy of already have your blessings. And guess what? When you're in that energy, everything of that energy comes to you. Okay? Let go of the physical. Let go of the physical. It's not going to do anything for you. All right. When first learning about twin flames, I couldn't understand the whole blocking thing until I blocked them. I guess that's the runner in me. I went through it myself too. And you know what? Don't take blocking personally, guys. Please don't. Please don't. I would say I blocked because the universe wouldn't stop talking to me. I was like, make it stop. Like, shut up already. If I block her, maybe it'll make it stop. You know, it's just stupidness. And then the universe was, and I'm not calling anyone stupid, just myself at the time. And the universe was like, unblock right now. I'm like, what are you talking about? Unblock right now. You're sending the wrong signal here. You're sending the wrong message. And I was like, okay, never mind. Had to listen. And so sometimes it's just the energy is too much. The connection is too much. I don't know how to love yet. I'm trying to discover myself. I'm wrapping up with a situation that I have going, and I really just need some quiet time to figure it out. These are all the different reasons for blocking. Okay. But it's also a mirror of where your energy might be too much on the person. So bring it inward. And I've never blocked a person in my life until he came along. It's a very strong connection, very, very strong. I know we spoke about this earlier today. I'm trying to tap into my guidance. When talking about the connection, it's okay to mention the dreams and signs, etc., in addition to the pool. You got it. It's your truth. That's your truth. You're not making it up. Let go of judging your truth. Hey, these are the things that have been happening to me. And I felt guided to say something about it. Okay. And if you want to throw in, just stick to your truth. Don't let your ego kick in and start to say, I don't know how you're going to feel. Maybe you're not going to like it. I felt guided to say this to you. And so these are what I've been experiencing. That's it. Okay. And then you may hear something afterwards. All right. And I knew he was my husband. I've never felt that type of knowing before. And then he told me I was his wife before I even told him what I felt. Kind of scared me. Yeah. You're not feeling these alone. You're not going through these things alone. All right. There was a question asked. I went too far ahead. So I'm trying to figure out this question. Perhaps I did answer it. All right. I apologize if I don't see the question. Okay. I believe I went through all of them. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. Let me see if I covered everything here. When your twin comes in, let go of relationship ideas, control expectation, allow things unfold. Let go of negative thinking too. Be in a space of peace. Peace. Let it come in however it comes in, how slowly, work on what the connection is showing you. And the more you can let go of everything that you're thinking is going to happen, and you're trusting that God knows what you want and what's best for you, things unfold faster for you. So this is a point that I did mention, is take notice of the positive changes. When we have so much expectation and control, we don't see the good that's happening. I see it all the time. Twin flames helping out in the house, is helping out with whatever, is showing up at a time needed, heard when the person said they like a particular item, and the twin flame goes and buys it for them. All these positive things, but because there's no commitment, there's no ring yet, we're not living together, it doesn't look like that overcrowds over what's unfolding. Take notice of everything that's unfolding. Express gratitude. Even your twin flame coming towards you is wanting to talk to you. You guys spoke to each other for a while or something like that. Appreciate, please. All right. Watch this video 3 times if you have to. Okay. We got to take notice of the positive things that are showing you that everything is unfolding. You can see it, and let go of wanting what you can't see, because it's coming for you. Okay. It is. It really is. All right. And let's see, you answered it. All right, thank you. Not looking for union anymore, mistreatment. I did not chase. He showed me signs of walking away. And on 5D, I said, I love him. He moved away. And this happened subsequently for a few times. This is internal. Okay. And so the universe does put a veil on this person where they won't recognize the connection. They only see the fear in themselves, and they walk away. So-called separation happens because it's a moment for your healing, and their healing too. It's a moment of healing. Things happen for that reason. Okay. And it's like, if you knew anything differently, if he knew anything differently, it would have been different, but it wasn't set up to be that way. So I truly get that. Just like the universe brings reunion, the universe causes distance. I like to use the word distance for a reason. Okay. This is helpful info and calms down my energy of obsessing. I will try to focus and fix my life. Thank you. Absolutely. And let it happen. Let it happen. Let everything unfold. All right. Thank you, you guys. Be sure to register for my masterclass. I know I put the link below, and I will see you tomorrow. The replay is available if you can't attend it live. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.